So next is chapter 2. So let's start with chapter 2. So we are going to discuss 3 problems. Rest of them are repetitions of these 3. So combinations of these 3. So let's start. So what is happening here? A trader buys 2 July futures contract on a frozen orange juice. Each contract is for delivery of 15,000 pounds. The future price is 120 cents per pound. The initial margin is 6,000 per contract and maintenance margin is 4,500 per contract. What price change would lead to a margin call? Under what circumstances would $2,000 will be withdrawn from that contract? Now you're buying futures. So I'll go to an Excel and explain it. So when you buy future contracts, when do you make profits and when do you make a loss? You make profits when price goes up and you make loss when price goes down. We discussed in last class, there is a concept of initial margin and maintenance margin. So initial margin is like a deposit. So if you're making profits, this deposit will grow, which you can withdraw. If you're making loss, this deposit will fall. And if it hits a maintenance margin level, then you will get a margin call. So they have given you some figures, right? You're buying a contract, right? The current price was 120. So 120 cents is the current price, right? They have also said initial margin is 6,000 and maintenance margin is 4,500. So how much dollars can you lose on this contract before hitting the maintenance margin? So difference between initial margin and maintenance margin is the maximum loss you can take. Okay, so that is 6,000 minus 4,500. $1,500 is the maximum loss you can take on this contract. Now, how would you suffer loss? You know that you're buying a contract. So if prices go down, you will suffer a loss. So you don't know the exact price. So let's say we call it X. So if price goes to X, I'm canceling the equal to sign. If price goes to X, you will suffer a loss. We have to find out what is X, right? We know the current price, that is 120. So let's make it $0.12. Okay. Into what is the contract size? Contract size is, sorry, this becomes 12 cents. So it should be 120. Contract size, it should be 1.2. Contract size is 15,000 pounds. So this is the equation you have to solve. Maximum loss you can suffer 1,500. How would you get loss if prices go down? So it will be 1,500 divided by 15,000 equals to X minus 1.2. Okay, so 1,500 divided by 15,000 is this much. So X, so if you turn it around, so X becomes it should be lost. So it should be reverse of this. So this should be 1.2 minus X, right? It is loss. So it is 1.2 minus X. So this is 1.2 minus X. So if you turn things around, X equals 1.2 minus this value. So the price should fall to 1.1 to suffer a loss of $1,500. So 1.1 is 10 cents price movement. So if price moves by 10 cents, you would hit the margin call. Okay, you will hit the margin level. They're also saying what happens if you want a $2,000 profit. Like you want a $2,000 profit so that you can withdraw it from your margin account. So how much price should rise so that it gives you $2,000 profit, right? Same equation. So this becomes x minus 1.2 now into 15,000. So 2,000 divided by 15,000. So 2 grand divided by 15 grand equals to x minus 1.2. So x equals this plus 1.2. So it should rise to 1.33 so that you can make $2,000 profit. So understanding what happens when you buy futures, profits when price goes up, loss when price goes down. They are saying what price should it change to so that you can make $2,000 profit, and what price it should change to so that maximum loss you suffer is 1,500. So price should change by 10 cents in downward direction to suffer a loss, or price should change by 13 cents up to make profit of 2,000. Okay. Next one. At the end of one day, a clearinghouse member is long on 100 contracts and settlement price is $50,000 per contract. The original margin amount is 2,000 per contract. On the following day, the member becomes responsible for clearing additional 20 long contracts entered at a price of 51. The settlement price for the final day is 5,200. How much does the member own margin amount? So what is happening? You have two contracts. In one contract, both contracts you are long. In one contract, you are long at a price of 50,000. In second contract, you are long at the price of 51,000. Okay. In first contract, you're long at a price of 50,000. In second contract, you're long with a price of 51,000, right? The contract size is given. So this is 100 contracts and this is 20 contracts. Now the final closing price at the end of the day is 50 grand, $200. So what is happening? The contract that was done below this price would be in profits. The contract that was done above this price, like 51,200, would be in loss. So on this contract, you would suffer profit. So both are long. Long makes money if prices are up, right? This is also long. So both are long. So if prices are above 50 grand, you make profit here. If prices are above 51 grand, you make profit. But since prices are not, you'll make a loss. So how much profit you make in this contract? So profit you make is 5,000 minus 50,000, $200 profit. And what was the number of contracts you traded in? 100 contracts. So $20,000 of profit here. Here you will suffer a loss. Why loss? Because contract has gone down as compared to 5,100. So how much loss would you suffer? So loss suffered is 5,200 minus 51 grand into 20 contracts. So $16,000 loss. Now, whenever you have profits on one contract and loss on the other, you have to net it out. So net position is 20 plus 16. So this is the net amount you have to deposit. You don't have to deposit per contract you have to deposit net amount. Okay. So always remember to net it out. Calculate total profit from one contract, loss from the other, and net them out. The third one, suppose that on October 24th, 2016, a company sells April 2017 live cattle future contracts. It closes out its position on January 21st, 2017. The future price per pound is 151.20 cents. When it enters into the contract, 148.30 when it closes out its position, and 48.80 at the end of the year. The contract is for delivering 40,000 pounds of cattle. What is the profit? How is it taxed if the company is a hedger, a speculator? Assume the company has 31st December as end. So we discussed in last class, a company can be classified as a speculator or a hedger. Now, what is the difference? For speculator, you have to calculate yearly profit and loss, and pay taxes on it. In case of hedger, you directly calculate end of the contract profit and loss and pay taxes on it. This is the accounting treatment. So if CRA classifies your firm as speculator, you have to pay taxes on each year's profit and loss, irrespective of when you close it. Even if it is a multi-year contract, you have to find out profit and loss you're having for each year, right? If you're classified as a hedger, you're hedging your risk, you're not speculating, then you only pay profit and loss at the end, right? And you pay taxes on that. So it is like a capital gain. So if you're a speculator, you're getting into a contract in 2016. So you have to calculate profit for 2016 to 2017 beginning. Then you have to calculate profit for, when does it close it? It closes in 2017. So you have to calculate profit and loss for 2016, right? The year of 2016, and you have to calculate for 2017. In case of hedger, you directly calculate for 2017, whatever profit and loss has happened. So how much profit or loss does the company make in 2016? So let's see. So company has sold a contract, so it is short. So whenever you are short in any contract, if prices go down, you make money. If prices go up, you lose money. So what is happening? You went into this contract at 151.20, and the contract when December was there, I means when the year ended, was 148.80. So it went down from 151.20 to 148.80. So you will have a profit. How much profit? 151.20 minus 148.80 multiplied by contract size 40,000. 96,000 is the profit. The only thing I did wrong, okay, that's okay. So 151.20, so it should be 1.512. It is $1.51, and it is $1.48. That's why the figures are big. So $960 profit in 2016, right? Then how much profit or loss in 2017? At the end of 2017, so 2016, the price when you ended it was 48.80. Then it went to 148.30. So again, you're making a profit. Profit from 1.4880, 1.488 minus 1.483 into 40. So you are making a profit of 200. So your total profit is $1,100. If you are classified as a hedger, you have to straight away adjust it for the end. So you entered the contract when price was 151 point, sorry, $1.51. Okay. Minus at the end, when the contract ended, it was 148.3. Okay, into 40. So 1100. So profits are same in both these situations. The total profit and loss remains the same, but the accounting and taxation changes. If you're a speculator, you would account for profits made every year and pay taxes on it. If you're a hedger, you directly take it like a capital gain at the end when you close the contract. Okay.